profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Yo, what's up? Just stopped off at Dunkin' Dog Nuts, and I'm ready to talk. Had my Dunkin' Dog Nuts. Shit, bum! Oh, shit.
Congratulations to Glenn Jacobs, Mayor of Knox County.
Oh, man, look at that. The congratulations are already rolling in for the Mayor of Knox County in Tennessee. He is the big red machine. He is Kane. Unbelievable stuff, man. Hey, Gerald Armstrong, an OG of the JCS show. Joe Cronin Show, Gerald Armstrong, OG. Good to hear from him, as always, man. What's going on, Gerald Armstrong? I just talked to my buddy Jay Aletto. Good conversation with him, man. Got me fired up again. Got me inspired, as always. That guy, he does it to me. I like that guy. Surround yourself with, if you surround yourself with winners, go-getters, and people that go after it, you're just going to do that much better, man, in everything you do. Trust me about that, man. No doubt about it. Jay Aleto's one of those guys, man. What's up? How you guys doing today? Hope everybody's good. It's a little bit colder than yesterday, though. A little bit colder. And Gerald Armstrong, right now, you are the top dog, actually. Let me just go ahead and switch that around. So Kane makes it to the Hall of Fame. I didn't see this coming. I got to be honest. I don't know. Maybe somebody saw it coming. Like, I don't know. I didn't see it coming at all. I get, Batista was on last year. He's off because they say because of booking. Honestly, who cares? Like, whether it's a movie, whether it's because there's no fans and crowd, I think it's a combination. But honestly, I think it is a movie because I think a lot of other people are going ahead with their Hall of Fame, inductions, ceremonies, and whatever else. They're not like taking a break and saying like, oh, well, I'm not going to do mine because there's no fans. Most people are just like, hey, man, I'm happy to have it. Let's go do it, man. The fans are watching at home. That's good enough for me. Everybody knows, I'm in the Hall of Fame. That's all that matters. So like, I don't know. Like, as far as that goes, it doesn't bother me. I don't think it's that. But a lot of people said that RVD was going in. I don't think we don't even have confirmation on that yet, right? I mean, we heard that was a rumor that we talked about yesterday, if I remember. I mean, I'm kind of losing track a little bit with all the rumors and everything going on and, whatever else. But, that's a rumor, I think, right? We didn't really confirm RVD was going in.
Joe,
so
why isn't The Undertaker inducted in the Hall of Fame? Why would they pick Kane instead? I'm okay that it's Kane. He definitely deserves it for what he's done for 25 years. There is rumors of the Great Khali being inducted. I hope to God no. Lol.
Pacharo, I'll tell you why I think it's okay. It's because I think that Kane is more removed from WWE so far, right? Although you could make an argument that he isn't because he's actually appeared, I think, more recently. But really, he hasn't had big profile matches in a long time. So that's why I don't think it's some kind of like, oh man, what does this mean? Kane's not as good as The Undertaker? I don't think that that's the situation. I just think that it means that, it just shows me more that The Undertaker is such a big deal, but Kane is a big deal too. So I'm okay with Kane going in first because I just think Undertaker's been much more relevant recently, and Kane has just made these kind of goofy appearances. It's time to just get, be done with that. So because I think Kane's really been done first, I don't really have a problem with him going in first. I don't think it matters who goes in first. It just matters, what we're celebrating when they go in, I guess, right? I mean, there's some people that should have been in or whatever. Those things are more egregious than this. This ain't even that bad to me. This is fine. It's fine. Marvelous says 5 years I'll be scrapping the barrel for Hall of Famers. Yeah, they will be. I mean, what are they going to do? That's why I almost think they need to start switching the format a bit to like, I don't know, 3 people or something. I don't know. You're right. They're going to be putting people in the Hall of Fame from 2008. CM Punk's going in the Hall of Fame next year. I mean, and he'll probably say no or something like that. But happy for Kane, awesome for Kane. It's great news for him. He deserves it. I mean, the guy, how many gimmicks did he try before getting to Kane, right? Thankful that The Undertaker had this great gimmick, great stuff, and they told such a great story. It's the best supernatural story that we've ever heard. I just realized I didn't put tags in, which is really a big mistake. It's the WrestleMania 14 build was unbelievable. That stuff with the lightning bolts and your brother, like, you can still remember the promos if you're that old enough to remember. Let me just put in a couple more tags here real quick. I didn't put any tags in. To Hall of Fame, Undertaker, AEW Dynamite's tonight, right, guys? So I'm pretty psyched up about AEW Dynamite. And I see there's a donation I didn't read yet. I'll get to it 1 second here. I'm just getting in, man. I just ran in from outside, got home, set up, ready to go. And let me just check here. Who did I miss? Oh, Gerald Armstrong said congratulations earlier. We got that, but too many in each year. Who's next? Gilbert, DJ Scandalous. What's up, DJ? Yeah, dude, they're gonna put Goldberg in. Like you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna see Goldberg go in. Didn't somebody drop a super chat earlier? Did I miss a super chat earlier? I feel like I missed the super chat. Let me go take a look real quick. I feel like I missed somebody's super chat. Somebody just mentioned it, and I think I saw it too. Hang on 1 second. It was Will Tactics. Will Tactics came in, and he dropped the super chat before I even had the gear running. So Will Tactics said, lunchtime with Joe Cronin, so he's eating food right now. Do you think Kane deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? I guess is that question. Let me see here. Sorry, Will, I didn't see it. Do you think Kane deserves to be in... Oh, do you think Kane deserves to be the headliner for the Hall of Fame this year? I think he does. Yeah, unless somebody else is coming in, then I think Kane is the headliner. So, I think you're right. I think I agree with that. By the way, memberships, you guys can become a member down below. You guys can join. If you do that, that's sick. We normally want to be at around 80 to 100, but... we were at 60 last month, so we're at 45 members right now. If you guys want to become a member down below, that'd be sick. I know a lot of you guys are already patrons, though, so you don't got to do that. It's just for fun. You get the cool badge logos and all the stuff down there. Your name highlights green, which is great because green is like slime, and Vince McMahon loves slime. He gets kids to watch his show that way and then sells them weird muscle pills later on in life. So what a wonderful thing, Vince McMahon. We're sitting here having a cup of Joe Cronin's brown Dunkin' Dog Nuts right now. Oh, yeah, the more I drink, the more large it gets down there. How about that? I love it. You love it when it gets large. Well, this whole year has been wonky. I didn't even care for the All-Star games. Yeah, it's almost like sports. You thought sports would, take your mind off everything. We're like, yeah, sports, thank God they're back. But you can't even it's like weird, dude. It's like devoid of the excitement that you expected to have while watching any sport. Everything is down. Unless your team is number one, and even if they are, you feel a lagginess with that as much. It's very strange. It's a very strange feeling. Jay Giles is here. They are running out of headliners. That's true. If you want to become a member, hit the join button, Steve Callan says. What's up, Steve Callan? Thanks for the tip and the help in the chat, man. What's going on? Braden sent me an email. Braden, I read the email about your sales job. It's funny because I was just talking to Jay Leto about his jobs and things that he's done and things that I do. And I saw your message about your job. I know exactly what you're doing wrong. We'll talk about that later, though. Yeah, if you need help with the YouTube stuff, I got that. And if you need help and you have a sales job, I got that. You know what I mean? Unless you're better than me. Then if you're better than me, then you're good. But I saw your email, and I did respond back to it. Go check your email. I know I telling you change this thing, like I think you'll start killing it. I think. Or you'll get better results. Put it this way. Because I know you... Right off the bat, I can see what you're doing. That's a tough field, man. And plus, you're 19, so you look young. So you really gotta... Like, older people immediately are skeptical of a young person like that. And then the way you kind of, like, deliver stuff, it's like... You sound like a robot to people, to older people, especially 30s, 40s, 50s. They're like, this... you just sound like a walking, talking robot, and they know that you're just doing anything to live and to get by, and... So most of them they don't trust you because they think you're just out to make a buck, and you'll sell, you know what I mean? You'll sell friggin' murder to somebody or whatever if you could. Or they have sympathy for you, and once in a while you get that little thing because they've got sympathy, like, oh, this poor guy's trying to, I'll give him a break. I could maybe use it. I don't know. So like you're getting the sympathy, which is keeping you going, but you need to start getting the other people who are looking at you like you're a fucking... the devil, or like a robot. But if you can turn those over, now you'll be number one. But you're going up against all those older guys who have a little more... They can easily have credibility by their stature and what they look like compared to you. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is,
Shit bomb!
I see what you're saying, though.
In 5 years, Miz will be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, in 5 years... But you know what? At least with Miz, how long has Miz been in the WWE? It's between Miz and R-Truth, right? I mean, when R-Truth came into the WWE, R-Truth came into the WWE is like, what, K-Quick? That was that long ago? So, it's crazy. Joe is the same age as Mania. Yes, I am, yep. It's always easy to remember what WrestleMania it is because I'm the same age. I always turn the age of WrestleMania right after it happens. So WrestleMania 37 is about to happen, so in June, I turn 37. So that's how I remember, because I'm 36.
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Only iconic Great Khali moment was holding world title upside down and not in a good way.
AJ Watson, thanks, man. AJ Watson, that's a great point, and that was a funny moment, but AJ Watson, one other thing I'll say is, one other thing that I remember, I think a lot of people remember Great Khali for more than anything, is the fucking Punjabi prison match. Not that it's good, right? Because like the Great Khali, it just doesn't seem to deliver. But when you think about Great Khali, you think about
Joe,
that match.
If the Great Khali goes to the Hall of Fame, how will he do a speech? Nobody can fucking understand him. I hope he gets that manager back from 2008 to do it for him. Do you remember when the Great Khali was singing A Christmas Carol with Santino?
Oh my God. I vaguely remember that, Pacharo. I remember hating that time. I remember at that time, I was like, I just don't want to see Khali anymore. And I remember that I didn't want to see Santino anymore. I remember saying it several times on the shows, too. Or at least in my reviews. That was back before, I want to say that was before 2013, so it was 2010 or 9 or 8 or 11 or something. I don't know. It was before I did live reviews.
Shit bomb!
So I just did videos.
CUM6 just got back from the emergency room.
Whoa.
What's a day?
Cody, what's up, Cody? This is cum number 6 from Cody. He said eventually we're going to get to cum number 10 by Monetize this Friday night. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on. Well, maybe you got back from the emergency room from all the ejaculating. Your testicle veins are probably they're probably sore, right? They're enlarged. Your prostate's just all jacked up from all this jizzing. I mean, come on, dude, you're in trouble. But, man, thank you for the donation, man. Thank you guys for the donations, the questions, and the fun. All the links are listed down below. Somebody was asking me the other day. At some point, I'm going to have all of them back, but there's still a lot that are there. But these ones only work with the Streamlabs right now. So, in order to get these all to play, they're on Streamlabs, I think, right now. But some of them work on Super Chat, and some of them work on the other link too, which is, so it's up to you guys what you do. But regular on Streamlab, those work. So just somebody asked me the other day. I'll have them all figured out at some point soon. I don't know. But yeah, Kane going to the going to the Hall of Fame, and the Undertaker told him this all took place on the bump. If you guys missed it. So maybe the Undertaker is the one inducting Kane. Your brother Kane is coming, Undertaker. You're gonna burn in hell, Undertaker. Remember how weird and crazy and over the top Paul Bearer got at that time when Kane came in? I mean, a guy who had to play Diesel. This guy had to play friggin' Diesel. Then he had to play, and before that or was it before or after? I think it was before. Before that, he had to play friggin' Isaac Yankem, a goddamn dentist guy. So for the Undertaker saying, oh, I'm going to be Chicken Man or Egg Man or whatever the hell, well, this guy was that.
Shit bum.
Basically.
It would be funny if Pete Rose inducted Kane.
That's a good idea. King, that's Pete Rose! Gerald Armstrong, that would be a good idea. How many times did Kane get attacked by Pete Rose? Was it 3? I remember WrestleMania 14, right, in Boston. And I remember WrestleMania 15, he was like the chicken. And wasn't it one more WrestleMania where Pete Rose attacked Kane? Wasn't there 3? I think it was 3. The dentist bit sucked. Paul Bear's promos, though, were so good. If you guys go back and watch Paul Bear's promos from that time, they're friggin' amazing. Some of the promos he cuts. I curse you to hell, Undertaker! Like, he's just so crazy. I mean, I can't even remember the promos, man, but I would walk through the fires of hell to face you, Kane. Like, he wouldn't face his brother, then he will, and then lightning's coming down, and, like, dude, that shit leading up to Mania 14 was, I think the Mania 14 match was good, but it always felt like a little bit underwhelming, and like in a way, right? Because Stone Cold was facing Shawn Michaels and all these other things, and although Kane and Undertaker at Mania 14 was good, it always felt like that match should have been like just a no-holds-barred, like crazy, like last man standing or just fight throughout the building match. I don't know. It just, for some reason, a regular wrestling match for that match just didn't seem like it was enough, but at the same time, you had the New Age Outlaws doing that with Terry Funk and Mankind, where the Undertaker and Kane really just went for this straight-up wrestling match. But Paul Bear, man, god damn did he have some promos back then.
And he, along with receptionist, but there were 2 little kids there. One kid was a little red-headed punk.
By the way, Paul Bear looks exactly like my Uncle Phil. Like, my Uncle Phil, when I was a kid and I saw Paul Bear on TV, I was like, that guy looks exactly like my Uncle Phil. Unbelievably uncanny. Like, if I was 400 pounds, like I even kind of look like him. But my Uncle Phil really looked like Paul Bear. It was crazy. He got the red hair.
I was the apprentice at the funeral home. I worked under the red-headed punk's father, who by now you probably know is The Undertaker. The Undertaker's father was a mortician of excellence.
Shit bum.
CUM7 I'm hoping to make it on Friday because I'm actually moving houses that day. I'm moving to the Michigan up, so we shall see.
Oh, Cody, were you really in the hospital for something? Like, or wasn't just the jizzing donations? Like, you actually had to go to the emergency room for something else? I wonder if that was the case. Let me know. That's crazy. The Fresh Prince of Boston. TNA was so good when they had their own stars. The ex-WWE WCW guys came in, they went to poo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see that. What else did I miss here in the chat? Gerald Armstrong's was funny. Santino got bitch slapped by Cornette. Yeah, that's what led to me getting banned by Cornette. Remember that? Me asking Cornette to come on the show and fight with Santino. I said, guys, come on the show. Let's square this away. And then I said it again. And then I drew dollar signs and sent it again. And then Jim Cornette blocked me and then cut a promo on me. It's fucking hilarious. That's all it takes to piss Jim Cornette, man. That's it. And he hates you forever. I mean, you got to admire his, I don't know, the ability to stick to what he says. You know, he says a guy sucks. He's never going to, it's really hard to get, I don't even know how many people have been turned around by Jim or on Jim ever, where Jim said, all right, you know what, I'm going to now like this guy, or I'm going to say he's okay and we're good now. I don't think that happens too much with Jim Cornette. You know, with Jim Cornette, it just kind of seems a lot like, once you're done, you're done. Like, there's no coming back from Jim Cornette hating you. You know, it's kind of, you're finished. You know, as far as I'm concerned. Shout out to the top dog. By the way, check out that dog, man. That dog definitely likes, like, that dog is a male. This is a male, some kind of bulldog male thing. That dog definitely likes other males. That's all I'll say.
Joe,
that peekaboo.
Of all the people who had to retire from injury, which one hurt you the most? Chris Ben, who will be inducted to the Hall of Fame soon. They want to keep his name out of everything. Vince, we know who he is. Stop pretending we don't know. It's petty.
It's a little bit petty, but, you know, I sort of get it when people turn their shit on Vince. He goes, all right, well, fuck them. They're done. But I do get that it's a little bit ridiculous. It goes to ridiculous lengths sometimes. Some guys, I get it, but some guys, like, wow, that's a little crazy. You know, Shawn Michaels, when he retired the first time, I thought he was retired. You know, I mean, the guy said he had a career-ending back injury. The WWE said Shawn Michaels had a career-ending back injury, and he didn't come back after WrestleMania 14. Now, I was happy. I was cheering for Stone Cold, and I was super happy with Stone Cold, but my favorite wrestler of all time is still Shawn Michaels. And at the time, I was like, hopefully this isn't real. It's a work, right? I was a 14-year-old kid, and I was thinking, I hope this is a work, right? He's not really hurt. He's going to come back. And when he didn't come back that entire year, I went, okay, well, maybe it's the back injury, and he had to have surgery because they said he's got a career-ending back injury. And then he didn't come back another year, and I went, oh my, that was when it really sunk in that, you know, he kept coming back too. Remember, Shawn Michaels would come back as like the GM or for a special appearance or to do a little angle or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, he's not getting in the ring and wrestling. He really has a back injury. You know, he really wouldn't come in the ring and wrestle. He'd come in the ring and maybe super kick somebody.
Duncachino?
That's it.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm like, he's done.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Kane deserves to be in the Hoff. Favorite WWF/WWE wrestler? Fire, fire, fire.
David, 3 times the anime. What's going on, man? It's my name is Duncachino, brother. Yeah, I do love Kane, so I'm happy he's there. You know, I mean, I love him for the entertainment factor over the years. You know, there's not a bunch of Kane matches that I can think of like, oh wow, he had all these just amazing great matches, but you know, his storytelling and his involvement and stuff was always so good, you know, compared to other people like that. So super happy about that. D3, David, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I think people are pretty excited about Kane. You know, they liked him so much, they made him mayor, you know, in Knoxville. They liked him so much. They made him the mayor. Man, he gets crapped on by some people down there, too. But, I mean, obviously the majority like him, and that's why he got elected. So, you know, shout out to that. Thank you, David. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you can talk about as far as Kane goes over the years. But, and, you know, his athleticism, too, you know, that he got to do and got to experience. was amazing early on. You know, he could really match The Undertaker. You know, he really did some athletic stuff for a big guy. He was impressive. And I'm so glad that he got this gimmick, because look at the longevity of what happened, man. And that's a great, you know, and again, Undertaker thought he was going to be Eggman. Oh, I'm going to be Eggman. You know, I'm going to be Eggman. This sucks. Well, Kane really was Eggman. He had to play Diesel, then a dentist. And the guy stuck around long enough to pull this off. Good speaker. He can do that. He could do that serious, evil, big guy character. And then he could even pull off the comedy, you know what I mean? Which is always a big thing with Vince, because eventually Vince is going to turn you into a comedy act if you're a big guy. Bum. Eventually.
See you M8, but yeah, I was actually in the ER. I was bleeding like crazy, so I have an inner hemorrhoid. Was worried it could have been something else.
Damn, yeah, that's scary. I mean, thank God it's that, because it could be all these other crazy things. But Jesus, an inner hemorrhoid, that's like, you know, when you're bleeding out the ass, I assume you're like, oh my God, dude, my insides, I'm dying, like something's wrong. What do they do with that? They just give you like a prescription for something and a cream? I don't know. Not to get weird and gross, but you know, you start shitting blood, you're like, oh no, I got some kind of intestinal, and that's like the greatest news ever. Oh, it's an inner hemorrhoid thing. It's okay.
Shit bomb.
Oh my God, thank you.
Joe, do you remember the satire political commercial against Kane? It was hilarious.
Oh my God, no, wait a minute. The satire one, it wasn't real? Gerald Armstrong, thanks, man. What do you mean, like, I don't remember now. When he was really running for mayor, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Let me go take a look. Oh, here it is. Is this it? I don't even know if this is it.
Glenn Jacobs claims he wants to light the way to your future, but there's a darkness in his past he doesn't want.
I do remember this. This is hilarious. Holy crap, dude. This is so funny. Oh my God. That's funny.
You to know about. Glenn Jacobs talks about family values, but he once tried to bury his own brother alive. Glenn Jacobs claims to be tough on crime, but once kidnapped a woman in her place of work. Glenn Jacobs says you can trust him, but can you trust a man who's falsely impersonated another man? Glenn Jacobs supports healthcare, which is why he practiced dentistry without a license. And just how does Glenn Jacobs feel about people with physical disabilities? Glenn Jacobs simply doesn't care enough about the people of Knox County. Cast your vote for Chris Killian, a mayor who won't light you on fire.
I'm Chris Killian, and I approve this message.
Oh man, that was good stuff. That's pretty funny, dude. Somebody said that his real opponents should have actually done that ad. That would have been dumb as hell, dude. That would have gotten him more elected. I feel like that would, you know what I mean? Like that would have just promoted him more. I feel like it made him more like likable. So I don't think that would work. Shout out to members in the chat. Fernando Rodriguez, what's going on, man? Holy crap! Oh my God, bro. Oh, I had a crazy day, man. I had a crazy fun morning, actually. Crazy fun morning. What is this guy saying? Oh, this guy that's going to fix my phone is texting me. It's like, dude, all right, so I called this guy to get my phone fixed. Now he's texting me. But it's like, bro, my phone's broken. I told you to call my house phone. My phone's broken. You got to call the house phone. I don't know. We'll see what I have to do in a minute. Let me go take a look at it, see if he... Because I see his message coming up, but there's no way for me to respond to that message. Oh. But yeah, it's pretty expensive for the phone to be fixed, so I wasn't going to do it, but they got a sale going on there because he was able to get a hold of some phone screens for a cheaper price, I guess. Who knows if that's a lie? You know, could be a lie. Yeah. Could be a lie, you know, I'm not really sure. But either way, he called me, and I was like, oh, it's a much better deal. But 4 weeks ago, it was like, I was like, no, I don't think so. That's crazy, dude. See, Samsung and Android screens now are wicked expensive to fix because, from what I heard, it was because when the phones were blowing up, they lost so many customers that a lot of people went everywhere else. So it's not like a phone that they just overstock all the supply. But like if you have an iPhone now, it's super easy to get fixed. It's like $20 to $60 and they fix it. And or $100 in some cases, but then because it's all over Amazon, you can buy the kit now. If you have an iPhone, you can buy the kit for $25 and do it yourself. Now it's a pain in the ass, kind of, and whatever else, but then if you want it done and you don't want to do it, and you're just like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to break it, I don't want to go through all the shit, I just want someone to fix my phone. It's like $60-$80, but Samsung, it's like anywhere from $200 to $400. It's crazy because I guess. Because the supply and demand is so down, which is not good for Android or Samsung. But, it is, what are you going to do? But the other day, not only was my phone already broken, but, dude, I dropped it and broke it again. So it was working, but the screen was flashing, but I was just dealing with that. I was like, whatever, it's flashing, who cares? Fucking, I'll just deal with it until whatever. But now I broke it, and I dropped it the other day again and cracked a different part of the screen. And so now it's only the top quadrant of the screen works. So I ordered a more heavy-duty case. That was really the issue. This case was cheap. I cheaped out on the case. I was like, $15 for a case, let's do that. Not $50. But honestly, if you don't get the $50 case, why would you put a $1,000 phone in a fucking $15 case? What an idiot. You know what I mean? Spend fucking money on the case and get a goddamn tank of a case. Stupid. I don't know. What's up? Gerald Armstrong is Gerald, generic name. Did you change your name? A YouTube channel? Batista just decided to pull himself out because I think he said he's got a movie to do or something like that. Joe Getn Otterbox. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. You still friends with Dave? Yeah. Me and the dead one talk once in a while on Twitter, but he's kind of focused, I think, on his like eBay business or whatever. And he moved back to the States, by the way. I haven't seen him yet. Not that we ended on the greatest terms last time, whatever, but he was in Germany for so long, but he's in Connecticut, I think, or somewhere in New England. And I think he's focused on his business stuff mostly. Good for him, man. Yeah, I still talk to him though. We follow each other. What a weird thing. Let me see. Samsung sucks. You know what? Eurobeat. You want to have your feet cut into pieces? No, I'm just kidding. No, I just like Samsung, man. I don't like Apples. I don't like Macs. Ever since they screwed me for the third time, I said nope. I will never have Apple products or Mac products again unless I become rich. If I became rich as shit, like I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd probably have a lot of Apple and Mac stuff. But never again, man. They cost me $300 back in 2000. Then they screwed me, and then they screwed me on the iPod thing, on the Nano back in the day, and I said, fucking, ugh. And then I said, I can't believe I'm going to get a G5 Mac, and then I did, and they screwed me on that. So all they care about is money and themselves and being cunts. So I absolutely hate Apple and Mac. Great products in some ways, but in the operations way, they're great products usually. But they're a big scheme to just, they're scumbags in all reality. Douchebags run it, douchebags buy it. That's what I say. People that like Fast and the Furious movies buy an iPhone. So yeah, I just can't. I just fuck them, dude. They're scumbags, and I don't care. They screwed me 3 times. 3 times. 3 times you're done. I haven't bought an Apple Mac product since then. On the 3rd screw job, you're done. $6,000 worth of shit, you're done. No, it's a different Dave, Darla. It's a different person. This was a former guy that I worked with a long time ago. Maybe he is, though, going crazy about that. I don't know. He might be, too. Apple stock is the only thing worth buying. Apple makes a good product. They just make it's like it's rigged. It's rigged to fail or rigged to run out, so you have to buy another one. So that's why I say, like, yeah, I don't, unless I was rich, I wouldn't buy Apple or Mac. They rig their shit. You know, they make it difficult when it doesn't need to be difficult so they can generate more income, which it's just a weird model. I hate their model. I've almost always hated their model in many ways, but their work, their product is usually damn good. It's really good. But they kind of rig it for you. And I've said that since the year 2000. I've been saying that since 2000. And in 2005, I bought a G5 Mac. And against my, in my head, I was like, oh, God, shouldn't do this. But I needed it for audio production and video production, right? I was filming weddings at the time. I had a business, and I was filming weddings, and I needed Final Cut Pro to run on a good, solid device, and Mac was the way to go with that and the sound production that I could execute. So, I filmed a lot of weddings on it. The thing still runs to this day. I turn it on, it fucking boom, it fires up. Dude, the Mac fires up quiet as shit right now. I press the button, it fires up. It's all good to go. Completely outdated, and it can't be updated because it needs the new Tiger something or other software to run, and they don't use Intel's in the one that I have, so it's fucked. Like if it was 2005 again, the computer boots up perfectly, would run amazing. Somebody would pay top dollar for it. But in the year 2021, holy shit, I can't believe it was that long ago. It doesn't really work. But they make a good product mostly. So, you know what I mean? Like that's the good thing. So like you may use Apple and Mac and you may love it. And that's good for you, man. If you're having a good experience with them, that's cool. It's going to happen. The only reason why I have this is for my work. Only reason I got this iPhone is for my work. Otherwise, I would not have this. They gave that to me and make me use it. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a shit. Apple makes you pay for all their games. Oh, really? Alex Oli, thank you, man. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, I paused these.
Hey, Joe. Is it still weird that Roddy Piper was never a world champion in WWE when he's one of the greatest of all time? Were you ever a fan of Team Hell No? In 2012 they had that anger management thing. What is your favorite Kane theme? 1997 or...
I'm going with the original Kane theme, man. There's nothing like an original. And Team Hell No stuff, it was pretty good. I didn't like it. I found it a bit cringe. I didn't really like it, but, it was pretty good stuff. I just, whatever. Now, Roddy Piper, on the other hand, now you got me going. In my opinion, I think Roddy Piper would have been the WWE champion at some point. I think the problem with Piper is he began to want to be in movies. And, he was very strong-headed, very similar to Shawn Michaels in a way, except he had this outside desire for Hollywood that was going on because they were asking him to be in movies and be in this thing and that thing and the other thing. And, I think Vince did not like that. And I think that pissed Vince off. And, with everything that took place at WrestleMania 2 and some of the other things he did... he said some racial things at the time. It's funny, everybody talks about Hulk Hogan, but I mean, he was very. He wasn't a. I don't think he was a racist necessarily, but there was some reports and stories of him back in the day saying certain things to some people, including Mr. T and everything. And I'm sure Vince didn't like that. You're bringing in a movie star or a TV star like Mr. T, and I know that Piper took exception to Mr. T. Maybe not taking it seriously, but I think between some of the things he said racially, some of the things he said behind the scenes, and the way he was so hard on certain people, plus the fact that he wanted to go work in Hollywood himself, Vince didn't like that, and I think that he got held back because of that. But I think Vince always really did like Roddy Piper, and I think that if Piper had been fully committed to wrestling, I think at some point he probably could have been the champion or done several other things. But instead, Vince would bring him back like in a safe way. Like, hey, come back for Mania, have this profiled match, have this profiled thing, have the Piper's Pit segment, have the, his most, other than WrestleMania 1, Piper got a lot to do. Piper really did. He got WrestleMania 1, the main event, the Rock and Wrestling thing, it was huge, WrestleMania 1. And he's in the main event as the heel. He might as well have, been that champion then, to be honest. And so he got that moment. He got Mr. T. He got to work with the guy from the A-Team and a huge TV star in Mr. T. He got to have, Piper's Pit, WrestleMania 5. He got a really good match with Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 8. That's one of Piper's best matches, and that's one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. Top 20, top 30, whatever you want, somewhere in that list, that match is there to me. Maybe top 10 for me, but somewhere. But yeah, I think maybe if he wasn't doing the Hollywood thing, I think maybe he would have been pushed as, the ultimate villain, earlier on. I think he kind of came back to wrestling right around WrestleMania, 6 and 7 and 8, around that time. More so 6 and 7 and 8. Roddy Piper was kind of like coming back to wrestling, right? The Hollywood stuff wore out. He had done They Live years before, I think. And so, it's one of those things, By the time he went to come back to wrestling, Vince was still doing the same old, whatever with him. He was a pretty good spot, but not to his liking 100%. And then WCW offered him a shitload of money. WCW offered him the type of money where, well, I'm not even going to make that in Hollywood, and I'm not going to make that with Vince. So, but by that time, WCW came and scooped him up. Shit bum.
Did you hear about Peacock deleting the Piper/Bad News Brown match from WrestleMania 6?
Oh, no. No, I didn't. Are you serious? Is this what we're going to have to deal with? Censorship on Peacock now? Are you serious? Oh, no. Gerald Armstrong, are you serious? Wow. So they're going to delete all of Chris Benoit's matches? Because Bad News Brown versus Chris Benoit is just a match, with some racial undertones. But Chris Benoit murdered his family. So they're going to delete all of, and kids, are they going to delete all of Chris Benoit's matches? Wow, that's super, oh my God, bro. And this is why you buy DVDs and hard stuff. This is why you buy DVDs and Blu-rays. Not that it's like a great, I've got to go watch that match, but it's just annoying. Dude, I want to see the show in its entirety. I want to see what they did then. So what? If it's not acceptable now, so what? I want to see what they did back then. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. It was messed up. It was kind of weird. But well, the network's going away soon, though, Sam Skyrider, unless you're in another country. So, eventually that's going to change there, That's not good.
Donate to Joe? Did you just donate to Joe? And because you donated, for the donation, I'm going to fist myself in the bunghole.
I love toes tipped $3. Hey Monica. My meat needs swallowing. You object?
Wow, okay, I Love Toes is looking for Monica. Say bye-bye to Goldust WrestleMania Backlot Brawl, says Fest Love. I Love Toes, thank you. Actually, Fest Love, you know what I bet they do with that? I bet you they would edit the match. I bet you they would edit some of that match out. All it takes is a bunch of people on Twitter to start screaming at Peacock and NBC or whatever and being like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, bro. I love toes looking for Monica's beefcake.
You some love, bro, and fuck the haters and trolls. We know a good father and guy in general.
Thank you, Sam Skyrider. I mean, honestly, nobody would know if I was a bad dad or a good dad, to be honest, really. I mean, it's not like I share it online, really. I share a little bit, like, hey, we did this, that, and the other thing today or whatever. Sometimes I share it, but a lot of times I don't, I don't share when we go to Canopy Lake or these other places, I don't know. So you wouldn't really know. Thank you, Sam Skyrider. Appreciate it. What up? You really wouldn't know either way, to be honest. In all seriousness. Family Guy's now getting censored. Oh, God, dude. Dude, it's the equivalent to burning books. It's book burning. We are book burning. That's what it is. We're covering up stuff the creative way it was intended to be seen. It's ridiculous. All right? They're even afraid to teach stuff in schools now. It's like, dude, how can anyone know what to look for and what not to look for if you don't even teach it in fucking school? That's why you teach it. So people know, oh, this has happened before. We should be careful. Now, instead, eventually, it would just happen again. It's so ridiculous, dude. So stupid. What's up, Mouse Blaze? Yeah, exactly, Jay. That's basically what it is, bro. It's okay, though. That's why I normally don't deal with it. You know what I mean? But that's what it is, bro. I get it. I mean, dude, I'm that special that, like, I'm WWE to certain people. Like, they have to talk about me to get content. That's crazy. It just blows my mind. You wouldn't think that people would have to do that, but they do. It's fucking crazy. I guess people do it to JD too, So I kind of see it, Someone's on top. I get it. But I would go for a bigger target, you know what I mean? If you spend your life doing that, you're never going to grow or do anything. You know what I mean? That's the weird thing. I actually help people grow their channels on the side and part of my other stuff I do. You'll never do it doing that. Especially with wrestling dying. And my shit's way down. Shoot for a bigger target. If you don't shoot for a 500,000 or more target, you're going to have a bad time. C-Man makes a good point. This is also history repeating itself. We got politically correct in the early 90s. That's true. And then he says, there'll be another time period where everything is so edgy and free again. I like Jesse's outlook. It's true. It's the yin and the yang. We're in the seesaw period. Obama, Trump. Bush, Obama. Obama, Trump. Biden. It's a seesaw with political stuff, right? So it can be a seesaw with this too, where, they got all politically correct back in the early 90s and 80s, mid 90s, but we never saw, but the problem is when the pendulum starts swinging a little too far either way, like remember, we swung so far to the offensive in the late 90s, right? Mid 90s, late 90s. This is the payback from that. That's what this is. We went so far in the late 90s. That the course correction now is crazy, and so what's going to happen when we swing back the other way, when and if we do? Man, I mean, but what happens when one of those pendulums swings too far and we go too far one way or the other? I don't know. Will we correct back to the middle? Hopefully, but I'm not sure. Gerald Armstrong is still holding that top dog spot. Look at that dog, man. Dog is looking at people like, peekaboo, peekaboo. You see this? You want some of this?
Hey Joe. When Shawn Michaels returned in 2002, do you think they should have gave him another run with the WWE title? Is it weird that he never won the WWE title throughout 2002 to 2010?
I thought so. Again, I think it goes back to Vince McMahon. It seems like when people leave him for a while, he never wants to trust them again with the world title. It's some kind of thing that he does, right? I think Shawn was there to enhance everybody else and to have these stories and matches, but it always feels like Vince never makes the guy champion again or something. I don't know. He did, but then I don't know, he did that with Roddy Piper. He did it with Shawn there. Shit bum.
Have heard reports of no Benoit matches on Peacock.
Oh my god. Dude, that's just so annoying if that's true. I mean, it's just fucking put the shit up the right way. Or I'm going to goddamn cancel it. But I can't cancel it because I got to do this show. But if I was an independent person, I'd just start buying the DVDs. That's so stupid, dude. Stop censoring stuff. I will personally run a campaign on Twitter myself. Anti-cancel culture. He won the world belt, I think, Marvelous. I don't think he won the WWE title. Unless I'm wrong. All right, let's go to the WWE Network. Let's see. So you go to pay-per-views. Is there a way to search? Oh, my God. How do you search this on the network? This is so... You gave it to The Rock? I hated HBK losing to Cena. Yeah, me too at the time, but I get why they did it. Dude, where's the WWE stuff? It doesn't say WWE Network. I'm confused. How do you search on here? How do you fucking search, dude? You just search on Peacock instead of going into their app?
Did you just donate
This is
to
wicked
Joe?
confusing.
Did you just donate to Joe? Thank you for the donation. And because you donated, I'm going to feast myself in the bunghole.
This is wicked annoying.
Gen's ass are pissing me off. You have to wear a muzzle on your face.
Gen Zs are pissing me off. You have to wear a muzzle on your face. Janelle, what's up? Mania. WrestleMania. Let me look up WrestleMania 20. No results found. WrestleMania 20, no results found. There's clips, though. How the hell do I find... Oh, my God, dude. This sucks. What the fuck? Oh, my God. This is so enraging. What is going on here? Where's the WWE Network on here? Don't they have a spot that says WWE Network? Oh, my God. Dude, this is wicked enraging. Does anybody know how to do it? It says WWE on Peacock. And then you can go to the top where it says browse movies, TV shows, sports, WWE. I click WWE. And then it says pay-per-view specials. But if you go to pay-per-view specials... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, then you have to select a pay-per-view special. Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, or WrestleMania. Okay, let me click WrestleMania. Okay, then they have that by season. I see now. Okay, season is a WrestleMania. Okay, now I found it. Okay, let's go to WrestleMania 20. I go to WrestleMania 20. I click on it. Man, that's rough. That was a bit rough, dude. Shout out to Gerald Armstrong. He is the top dog. Who's going to take over Gerald Armstrong's spot? I don't know. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show for all the bonus content, guys. Me and Jake's podcast is going to be up there later. And Drew and Jesse's Off the Rails stuff is going to be up there as well. And Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels, Triple H is all there from WrestleMania 20, so it's there. It was a little bit confusing at first, but I figured it out. As opposed to going to pay-per-view and then the name and the network, you just go to, it just shows you WrestleMania Fastlane and every pay-per-view style thing there is. It's really not that bad. It was just a little bit of a learning curve for me for a second. So, not too bad. Pretty good stuff. And that's about it, man. I think that's all I've got for today. The Kane, we talked a lot about Kane earlier. The Undertaker, Kane's going to the Hall of Fame. WWE is taping Thunderdome fan reactions for the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. That's kind of bizarre. I don't know. That's so weird. I don't know what that really means 100%. Oh, wait a minute. Impact Wrestling has moved their Rebellion pay-per-view to a new night. The big event will now take place April 25th from Skyward Studios in Nashville. It was previously announced the night before, right? They were going up against Mania, right? So now they're going... Sunday night is the traditional night. Sunday night has traditionally been the night for the big events. So Scott D'Amore is guaranteeing the winner of the main event. So I may talk about that. We'll see. I've got quite a few friends working in Impact right now too, and so maybe we'll get into them a little bit more, but I don't know. Okay, so a new night for that. Reason for WWE Hall of Fame error. So that's an error, they say. So Daniel Bryan, no Hall of Fame. Undertaker announces Kane. We got that. Peacock edits out controversial WrestleMania match. And Vince McMahon segment. Vince McMahon from Survivor Series 2005. Vince McMahon said the N-word while interacting with John Cena. So Vince McMahon saying the N-word was taken out from 2005 Survivor Series. And the WrestleMania match of Roddy Piper and Bad News Brown has been removed. So, I wonder if they still have the Coco Beware Gorilla Dolls thing up there still. I would have actually probably titled this stream around that if I had known about that coming completely out. Because that's just weird. Wow. Crazy. And it's funny when, you can literally dig up, you can dig it up forever on YouTube. I don't know what the point is. I guess I just don't get it. I'm sure they don't want the N-word on the fucking Peacock network from Vince McMahon. I get that. I understand. But it's dude, remember when it was cringy back then? Remember when he did it? That's one of those things where, he must have done that and been like, what the fuck? Why did I do that? Why the fuck did I do that? Almost guaranteed. Vince was like, yeah, why did I do that? Let me, I want to close the show out. But this guy's calling me. Hang on one second. All right, I hung up on him. I'll deal with it after. But yeah, everybody's done dumb things. Like, hey, I'm going to do something to get shock factor. I'm going to do something to get shock factor, this, the other thing, and whatever. But, they're funny editing stuff out. Especially I don't know, man. I just leave it alone. It's not like, I don't know. I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like, I hate the Booker T and Triple H storyline. Yeah, that was the worst. That was the Booker T saying, the Booker T no payback for that storyline was unreal. That was crazy. Ratnick says that's why streaming is dumb. They'll always be able to change shit. Exactly. That's why physical media is the only way to keep it. Yep. Because the only way to stop that is to round you up in your copy of it. That's when you've really gone into an insane world. When that stuff starts happening. But, it's not that crazy when you think about it that it couldn't happen. So, I don't know, man. That's some scary stuff. But, either way, Janelle Banks, I got to give it up for Janelle Banks. She dropped the $15. We haven't changed it yet. Shout out to Janelle for the $15. That she's now the top dog, or she, or I don't even know. I think it's obviously she. Look at that doggy. Oh, look at that right before. Oh, Vince McMahon would love that dog. Vince McMahon has probably done stuff to animals that none of us would even want to know about. Who knows about the things that Vince McMahon has done to other animals? No, he probably did nothing. It's just funny to throw that out there. What is this? Researchers in Mexico have made a nose-only COVID mask. which they say reduces the risk of infection of coronavirus during eating and talking. What? That's not how the works. Good Lord. All right. I'm on board with double masking over that. Let me tell you that. I'm on board with double masking over that fucking thing. By the way, recently, dude, when I've been out of shape with one mask on, I've been getting wicked like hyperventilating, and I'm like, and I gotta take it off. It's crazy, bro. I get these weird attacks. Does anybody else get that with the mask? I don't mind. I'll wear the mask sometimes, like for hours, and I don't even notice anything. And then once in a while, like if I have to exert myself or something, dude, I start getting like, my heart starts beating fast, and I start going like. And I start panicking with the mask on. I don't know, fucking dude, something's wrong with me, but like it's very strange. But it's only if like I'm exerting myself and it's been on a while, you know. Just wear an astronaut costume, yeah. That did look like a WWE creative meeting, you know. I mean, Mexico definitely knows what they're doing though. Anyway, I don't know. Who knows what? Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Listen, thanks for being here for the chat, for the talk, for the news, for the wrestling news. Chris Benoit, he's still on, what's this? What the hell did you just send me? Drew, what did you just send me? What, a phone case? I actually just got one that was crazy, man. I'm pretty sad about it. You know, it's unfortunate the amount of money. I don't know. I have panic over it, Drew. Thank you, Drew. See you guys tonight for the AEW review. I think I do have a cardio issue. I do. I do. It's from way too much working in the house. I have a cardio issue. Breathing control is a big thing. Absolutely. No doubt about it. I've got to work on mine. That's what it is. I never had these problems. I got to get out a little bit more. In fact, I'm going out now to play some basketball to get my exercise. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. Kane to the Hall of Fame. What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. If you didn't get your question talked about in chat and all the other things, drop a comment down below. I'll be looking through this video later, I'm sure. Moss Blaze. Let's get thick, brother. Let's go. I got my own instrumentals now. I did my own Stabbing Westward instrumental in about an hour, so I can now play instrumentals on here without getting copyrighted. You know? Copyright this, brother. You can't touch me, YouTube. Come and get me, YouTube, you sons of bitches.